Hi, welcome back to Cooking with Mrs. Thompson. I'm Karen Thompson, a former hospital food service director, dietitian, retired family and consumer science teacher, cook. Join us as we travel the globe, sampling the world's cuisine. Today we're making an Italian braised roast. We're going to do the pre-prep first. I've got about 5 pounds of chuck that I've chucked into 2 to 3 inch pieces. This is going to speed up cooking process a little bit. I have 8 cloves of garlic. I'll smash those in just a minute. Fennel bulb. I'm going to cut it in half, remove the core, and slice. My fennel is sliced. I'm going to do the same thing to my onion. After I move the fennel out of the way, just going to slice it. Now for the fun part. Let's smash the garlic. I'm just going to lay my knife flat and smash. That's it for the pre-prep. I have 8 ounces of chopped pancetta. I'm going to brown off and render out the fat as much as possible. I'm going to do this over medium heat, and it'll take, roughly 5 minutes. While the pancetta is browning and cooking and rendering off some of this delicious fat, let's go ahead and prepare our beef, that we've already chunked up. I am going to sprinkle 3/4 of a teaspoon of cloves over this. Don't measure this one with your heart. Measure it with a measuring spoon. It can easily take over a dish. Cloves is a spice that dates back to ancient Roman times. They used this a lot. I'm also going to put in 2 teaspoons of salt and a teaspoon of pepper. And I'm just going to lightly toss that with my clean hands. Try to get all the pieces to have some of the seasoning on it. It's been about 5 minutes. Our pancetta has let off a lot of its oil, grease, and is nice, lightly browned. So we're going to go ahead and add the onion and the fennel and the garlic. This is going to cook for roughly 5 minutes. The onions and fennel have cooked way down. It is smelling so good. I'm going to add 1 can of 128-ounce can of whole peel tomatoes. I keep hearing about how good the San Marzano tomatoes are, so I thought I'd give it a try. Now, you use whole peels. All the people tell you smash it up with your hands. I've never been able to do that without ending up with a mess, so I just took a pair of kitchen scissors and cut mine up that way. So I'm going to add my tomatoes in. I'm going to add a teaspoon of thyme. Give it all a stir. This looks delicious. And I'm going to nestle all of this meat, I hope, down in here. My pan is going to be very, very full. It will cook down. All right. It's all in there, and I want to get all the rest of this spice out and meat juice that came out. I'm going to cover this, and I'm going to place it in a 325-degree oven for 2 hours. All right, my roast cooked for just over 2 hours, about 2 hours, 10 minutes. Honestly, it needs more time, but I don't have more time. I'm cooking for a friend of mine today, and I need to take it over there. So I'm going to pick out the more done pieces for her family. And then I'm going to thicken this sauce with a little bit of, that one's too big, it can cook longer. I'm just going to leave the rest of that meat in there. I'm going to turn my heat up, and I have a cornstarch. I have a flour and water slurry, that I'm going to add and thicken that sauce up. And I'm going to pop this back in the oven after this thickens and cooks just a bit. I think that's probably good right about there. I want this to come to a boil because I'm going to take some of the sauce off and put it over my friends. All right, it's coming to a boil. I'm going to turn it down. But in the meantime, let's have a little taste. I can pull off just a bite of meat. You can tell it needs to cook just a little bit longer. All right, there we go. I've made this many times. My kids really, really like it. It is so good. You can taste the clove in it, but unless you really know what you're tasting, it's like, what is that spice? Like I said, you do not want to go over 3/4 of a teaspoon. It will overpower the dish. So I'm going to spoon some of the sauce over, and I've got a meal to deliver. Please, if you're not following me, please do. It's so important. I need you to like, share, follow, and leave a comment. You guys have a great day. Thank you.